everybody, it's Heather with Midnight Serenity, and today we are going to do a tutorial using Moxie Vinyl new badge and decal combo. So these are super exciting. These decals are very, very, very detailed. They're absolutely gorgeous, and I am going to show you how these can quickly be done. So today we have this Hawaiian stitch, and it is in the form of a keychain because it has a hole. So let me shut that off. And so we are going to peel this off. There we go. So you're going to take off the brown paper on the top. Again, this is how I do it. My way is not everyone's way. This is just my way and how I do it. With keychains, I'm going to do the image on the front, glitter on the back. With badge reels, you will find that I do everything on the front. So here we have the design, and it already comes on the transfer tape. So you're just going to peel it off. It is very high quality. We are going to line it up, and you will have a little bit of brown image around it, which is okay. We're just going to line it up the best that we can. So there you have the image on the front, and I'm going to go ahead and leave the transfer tape on here so that when I do my glitter and my epoxy on the back, I don't run over and ruin the front. So we're just going to flip it over, and we are going to remove the brown paper on the back. So now you can see your gray image on the back. And of course you wouldn't want to leave it like that because, you know, we got to have a little sparkle. So here we have the clear, and we're going to flip it over. And I am using Resin Rockers UV resin hard type. And this resin is amazing. We're just going to put in about 5 cc's or so of the UV resin. And I see I got a little piece of something. It must be from when I opened it. So I'm just going to get that out of there because we don't want that mixed in with our glitter. All right, and next I'm using Leah from All Covered in Glitter. And this, I think, is just a beautiful Caribbean blue that is going to help this to stand out. So when we mix this up, we don't want it to be completely runny. We want it to be more like cake batter. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just using a plastic stir stick. I will link my Amazon list in the comments because I do have a lot of my favorites that I use that I do find on Amazon linked in there. I will also link Resin Rockers. I am an authorized distributor, so you can purchase it from me if you've purchased before. It is the same price. If you have not purchased from Resin Rockers before, you will get a 5% first-time buyer discount that I will also link in there. All of my vinyls and acrylics come from moxievinyl.com, and that will also be linked. And I will link my glitter company, which is All Covered in Glitter. She is found on Facebook. And I'm just going to paint this on just like a picture because this has a lot of little bitty nooks and crannies. So I just want to be sure that, you know, I'm being careful as I can to not get any run over. Sometimes it does happen, but that's okay. We're going to do our best to not get any run over. So I'm just going to continue painting this just like a picture. And doing this. All right, and to make the video a little bit shorter, you can already see that I'm just painting it on. I'm going to go ahead and pause this. Again, all of my videos are raw videos because I don't know how to do the fancy editing, but I talk to you just like I would if I was on a live, and that's the fun of it. So you see the real live mistakes and everything. So I'm going to pause the video while I finish this up, and then I will be back. All right, so now that we have that all covered up, we are going to use our Melody Susie, and this is a UV lamp, which will cure this. And then we'll put the, I'm just making sure that I don't get anything touching, and I'm going to put on my mask because you should always wear proper PPE, and that's something that you will want to investigate. But I have this respirator that I'm going to go ahead and put on, and then we will start the lamp. It does take approximately 120 minutes. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. It does take approximately 120 minutes for this, or excuse me, 120 seconds for this to cure. So here we go. All right, that's lighting up and we'll see what happens. I'm gonna go ahead and pause this while this cures. All right, so let's go ahead and take our mask off for a minute so I can talk a little better. And we're gonna go ahead and set the lamp down. That is a 36 watt lamp, which is best for curing resin rockers. And with the silicone tip brushes, I cure them under the lamp, so that way now it's clean. You can see it's kind of stuck to the paper, but that's okay. That's garbage anyway. And then you can take your little medicine cup and you can cure that under the lamp with what little bit of UV resin and glitter is left. Throw that away. Oops, jumps out of my hands. And there we have it. So now it's all clean. Put it back in our pile for the next one. All right, so here we have it. I did get a little bit of run over, but check that out. The back is all glittery and sparkly. I'll show you how to clean that up and what we are going to do. All right, so next what we're going to do is I did move the little brush thing over because if we clean that off, then we can go ahead and do this. There we go. All right, that cleans that up too, so you can reuse those. All right, so next we're going to go ahead and peel off the transfer tape, and I'm going to put it on the back once I clean up these little, you can see the little bit of run over that I got, I think you can tell. Like right here, there's a little bit up here in the ear. So we're just gonna clean that up a little bit. I don't have my normal pliers because I had a craft show and I use them, but these hopefully will work. So you're just gonna very carefully pull that out. And again, you're just doing this very lightly and very carefully, as you don't want to break anything. Oh, let's see. Sometimes you gotta use the hook, but again, you wanna do this very carefully because if you don't, you will break your acrylic because they are very, very fragile. There's another little section there. We're just gonna break that out. And I think we pretty much got them all. And then we gotta poke out the hole for the keychain. All right, looks great. So next what we're going to do is I'm gonna take this piece of transfer tape and I'm now going to put it on the back so that when I put my clear resin on the top, the same thing applies. I don't get that run over, or attempt to. And if it does run over, then I have an air bubble there. If it does run over, then it's just gonna go onto that plastic. So I'm just gonna do a couple lines. We don't use a lot, and we're gonna use that same silicone tip brush, and we're just going to paint it out to the edges, making sure that we're getting all the way to the edge and covering up that decal. So we're just slowly painting it out. Again, this is Moxie Vinyl keychains and badge reel combos. So it's the blank and the decal. They are gorgeous, especially if you don't have a cutting machine or don't like your cutting machine or aren't familiar with how to, cut, and you just would rather have the ease of, here it is, then these are perfect. And of course with the decals, you do get a little bit more detail. It almost looks like sublimation because it gives that much color and detail than you would with blanks. All right, and it looks like we have this And I'm just gonna let it sit. Resin Rockers UV resin does self-level. So we're just gonna let this sit a little bit. Looks like I might need some more on this side actually. There we go. Make sure we got all the little nooks and crannies. All right, and then what you can do once you have that all done, if you do have any air pockets or air bubbles that you're not sure about, you can take a torch, and I have one over here. Sorry, I have to open a new one. Give me just one moment here. All right, there we go. So oops, it's locked. So you're just going to take it real quick and hit it with the light. And I always look at it sideways to make sure I got every place. I'm seeing the reflection. It all looks good. Again, I'm gonna put that respirator back on. All right, and we are going to go ahead and put it back under the lamp for 120 seconds. And I will be back. All right, so now the front, as you can see, has resin on it. It's all nice and cured. And then I try not to normally touch them. I just wanted to show you that it was definitely cured. And then I'm going to go ahead and peel off the back. So now we have a completed blank, and all we need to do is throw on some hardware. So we will do that. I gotta get my hardware. I'm waiting on delivery, so we'll just leave this set until tomorrow, and I'll come back and I'll apply the hardware and show you what that's like. But I hope you enjoyed this video so far. It does just give you a perspective of those blank bundles. All right, I got the equipment in to, not the equipment, the pieces in to put this together. So if you see in here, I did get some resin in that keychain hole, which does happen. And if that happens, not a problem. Now this drill that I have is really old. As you can see, it's been well used. It was my husband's old one. And so anyway, hand-me-downs. All right, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna take the drill. This is a 3/8, I believe, drill bit without pulling it out to double check. And you're going to put this in the hole, and very carefully, you don't want to go too fast, and as you can see, that one wasn't bad, but you're going to very carefully drill that out so that you can put a keychain jump ring in there. So this time I'm going to make this into a backpack hanger, or a backpack clip rather than a keychain. I got these handy dandy pliers from Resin Rockers, and I will link them below. You'll get a 5% discount on your first order, but they work great for jump rings. So you're just going to grab your jump ring with the very tip of these pliers. So as you can see, grab it there, and we're going to go ahead and put that into the keychain. Might have to open it up just a little bit more. Oops. Try that again. Just open it a little bit more so that we can get it in there. There we go. And then next, whoops, sorry, it's my alarm. Next, we're gonna put our swivel hook on there, and then you're going to take these same pliers and you're going to squeeze and close that jump ring together. And you just wanna overlap them so that it doesn't come loose. And now you have this cute little, look at there, stitch backpack clip for your child's backpack or your backpack. We all love it in that resin rocker shine. So thanks again for watching. I appreciate all of you, and I hope you have a great day.